welcome back to Rodriguez Road to Recovery. So today is Saturday, June 3rd. So obviously Memorial Day has come and gone, and I just want to take a moment just to wish all of the survivors out there a happy Memorial Day. Also, just to, if you have family members that have passed away, or those that are serving in the service, we still, are grateful and appreciative, for them, and just to always remember the ones that have gave their life, their sacrifice in service to fight for our freedom and to make sure that we are safe at all costs. So definitely appreciate, honor, and so much respect to all of you guys out there. So officially, here we are in June, but before we get to the video on today, always remember that I always say keep your head up, keep your eyes open, look up, because there's a bigger, brighter, better day on the horizon just for you. You have to know and believe that you all deserve every good and great that's coming your way. Alrighty. So like I said, today is Saturday. Right now I am in Harahan. I am sitting in the car, but my mom is inside of the store loft, as you can see there. So she's there. A beautiful hot day right now. It is after 5 p.m. So today has just really been kind of just quiet and laid back. Unfortunately, our air conditioner decided to go kaput, but we did get it fixed, so that's great. But I'm just sitting here while my mom is running to the store. I have my t-shirt on today that says I'm still here, that I got from Amazon, probably maybe like last year or the year before last. And also I have me on some multicolored leggings. Yeah. So on today's video, I wanted to talk about cancer. So no, hold your horses, no, I do not have cancer. No, I was not diagnosed with cancer, but something that I did not share, and I want to share with you guys in today's video. So if you guys remember, heading back to February video when I went to my hematology appointment back in February, and when I left the appointment, they always give you a printout of your appointment, and you can know, okay, what they said in the appointment and your next appointments that are coming up, not just specifically for that place, but there's other hospitals that I go to, and there's ones that's in that same network. They will have it on there saying, okay, well, you go to this appointment, let's say July 15th, and it'll be on there. So in a way, beyond that, what they had on there was something that I never heard of, never knew it existed, and it is called monoclonal gammopathy. I want to put it down there so you guys can read about it, get information, so you can have a better understanding. But yes, it's called monoclonal gammopathy, and what it is like a paraprotein deficiency that is in the blood, and something that you have to be very cautious and careful about, because it can develop into myeloma, which is a type of a blood cancer. So no, I do not have blood cancer, but the doctor was concerned about it because he did not directly tell me when we were in the appointment, but it was on my paperwork. And so I called when we left. We stopped at Walmart. I remember I came out, and I called as soon as we stepped out, and I called, and so the nurse would call me back. So by the time we got out of Walmart, the nurse called me back, and she explained everything to me, and was saying how in some cases, I don't exactly remember the percentage, so I don't want to say anything wrong, but there are chances where it could turn into myeloma. So the follow-up appointment was back on May 15th that I went, and yes, on May 15th, right after Mother's Day, that Monday, I went to that appointment. So everything is great, everything went well. I do not have cancer, so he felt much more relieved. So think about it. So if he felt relieved, how much more did I feel relieved? It was like, whoo, like, I was just really kind of like freaking out. I did not want to share anything as of yet because I just wanted to wait. And when you receive news like that, even though that's someone telling you directly like you have cancer, but just the likelihood of that, there's an opportunity or a percentage of a chance, I don't care how small, medium, large, or outrageously gigantic, it's going to fulfill your mind. You're going to start to worry. You're going to have some type of a panic. So I was just really just praying and taking care of my body like I normally do, but just really kicking it into full drive just to make sure none of those things would be, my downfall. And just awaiting when May 15th came, but then also kind of just apprehensive because you're worried. So when he gave the clearance on everything, that was just kudos and what I needed to hear. So I feel a whole lot better. So I don't have a follow up with him until next year. So that is that with that aspect. It was just so fearful, so worrisome, just so much just panic and disarray that I felt because, um, when I first told my mom and she was driving, she kind of wondered, like, why are you so silent? Why are you so quiet? And I was mentioning to her, she panicked a little bit. So it's always fearful for anybody and the family members, friends involved, because there's always that fear of worry of what it could be, but thank God that it isn't. So you guys, like always, it's just been a whole lot of appointments, running, having I had to do blood work just to make sure that, when I went to that appointment, he already have the blood work ready to read it out so we could talk about it. So I did that. And then you had that appointment. I had COVID, you guys. Yeah. So unfortunately, I had COVID. Ever did not get COVID. And let's share a little bit about that. So back around 2 weeks ago, my mom unfortunately had COVID. Got it from my mom. So thank God that Ever didn't get it because of us being in the same room. Now he had a lot of the coughing symptoms, the sneezing, the running nose, but he did Sudafed, took some Mucinex, did like ginger tea, like just really like a whole lot of homeopathic things that really helped out, and it was amazing. And then, so when we found out that my mom had it, she definitely quarantined, and then we went to go and get checked. So that's when we both found out that we were negative. But I was still feeling under the weather. My body just kind of felt that just really fatigue, like a different type of fatigue, and just a really kind of feeling just more physically depleted than I normally would on just any bad day. So I made an appointment with my primary care physician, and the nurse did it, and then she came and popped her head in the room and said I was positive. Guys, you just don't know how angry I felt, because I literally was just doing so well, staying out of the hospital. Didn't have to see my primary care as much because things have just been going great. But for that, it was just kind of like a punch in the gut. Like, I couldn't believe that it happened so just outrageously. Just so outrageously that I would get COVID. It was just a shock to my system. So it was just like, oh my gosh, like, how in the world could this happen? So I didn't feel as bad like I felt back in 2020, where I talked about it, where I was vomiting blood. I kind of had my nose running of blood a little bit as well. It wasn't that extreme on this type around. It was just more of the like sinus, and you have those aggravations that come with just a regular normal standard cold, but then your body just feels like your bones hurting, you feel that fatigue. It's just all those things kind of feel like cold and flu symptoms just hitting you at once, and it's like, whoo, you kind of just trying to survive and deal with it. So I did go to the emergency room because I was feeling just absolutely horrible. So that was on last week where I went and did that. And went there, and they didn't give me anything directly for the COVID. But doctor did talk to me about Paxlovid, but she thought that it would be much more of a damage to me, then it would be much more of a help. So she told me to just let it pass. So I was depleted and dehydrated, so they gave me hydration. They also gave me Zofran for nausea, and they gave me some pain medicine. I think it was Toradol for pain, which it did help. And just went home and did all the over-the-counter homeopathic things that I was doing already just to get past that. So I finished quarantine on Wednesday that just passed. Unfortunately, I had missed my B12 injection. I do B12 injections every month. So I had to reschedule that, and so I did that on Wednesday. Unfortunately, I also missed my eye doctor appointment, so they don't have anything available they have anything available the rest of this month for my doctor specifically. So the only thing he have available is in July. So that's not bad. So I will see him around that time, and I think like the second or third week of July. this month I won't go back and do my B12 injection, because at the end of this month I will be heading to St. Louis, Missouri for the Island Convention, for feeding tubes. I was invited to go. Hubby is not going because he has to work, and so my mom and dad is driving me up there. It's about a 10-hour drive. I'm not allowed to fly. My neurologist doesn't want me to fly due to MS. Now, this is not for every individual that have MS. For me, something that he gave me. So, do I feel like I'm missing out? Not really, because I love car rides. I love being able to view and see and stop and enjoy the scenery. I don't know if my dad's going to drive straight through. I don't think he's going to do any stopping except just normal, bathroom checks, bathroom stops, like that. But we're not going to stop at any hotel or anything like that. We're just going to go straight through. So between him and my mom, they're going to share the driving. First time, and I've come through to hear about the Ali Foundation through last year when I was at the hospital at Oshner to get the feeding tube placed. And when unfortunately I had the problem, and I had to get it replaced the second time, they told me about the Olive Foundation, and just amped up. I have never been to St. Louis, so that's something I could cross off my list and say I went there. And we're going to be at the Hyatt, which is going to be directly across from the Arch. I've always seen about the Arch, but to be able to, be right across from it, and I think we have a room view. I don't remember. But I do know during the days that we're going to be there, because it's Tuesday through a Friday, but we're going to leave on that Monday. They're going to do like a walk run, for people that have the feeding tube, or, volunteering to go and drive me, because, my mom is my primary caregiver also, along with Eva, and, it's a lot of things that she does know about feeding tubes, and there's many things that she doesn't know, so we'll go out there, not just for us to enjoy ourselves, with the parents and, and myself, us three, but to also gain a lot of wisdom and information of things that we have no clue about. There's a lot of things that I have learned of having this since last year September. When September rolls around, I will officially make 1 year, but it's just good to have much more knowledge under your belt, so you can know more and not feel, overwhelmed by knowledge that you don't know. It's good to have it in your tool belt so that you're aware and know how to deal with things when scenarios come up. And I've learned so much, from the doctors, from nurses, from being on the Zoom, from trial and error with my own self, from a lot of reading. It's just great, and I'm just so anticipating, just looking forward to going, you guys. Thank you for always just coming along on my journey, coming along on our journey, hearing my story, and I am grateful and love and appreciate every single one of you guys. So always remember that you are loved, that you are strong, that you're a winner, that you're a warrior, that you are a survivor, and that you can always prosper no matter what you put your heart and mind to. So definitely, you guys, I will talk to you guys soon in the very next. Best souls to you guys, and much love, and see you again in the next video. Bye.